When it comes to Pokemon Go, one of the best ways to make money is to do it with video. But what do you do when you want to show someone something on the device that you usually use to record yourself? Well, you've got to get an external camera. But before we talk about that, I want to share some of my tips and tricks to recording good video. The primary thing is that you've got to be comfortable in front of the camera. If you can't pull that off, you have no business doing videos that feature you in them. You really need to be free. Be free to show your personality, who you are, and really know what you're talking about. If you're just reading from a presentation of some sort and your face is on camera, that is the single worst thing you could do. It's bad, and people will react really negatively to the videos that you produce. So keep that in mind. Another trick that I generally do is if I'm using my phone as a camera or an external camera of some sort, you need something to hold it up. So that's why selfie sticks are so popular, because they don't show in your picture and it's not always obvious that you're holding a camera up somewhere. If you're going to be walking around, you're going to need somewhere to put the camera, whether it's held by another person or something like a selfie stick. Think about that and go into it knowing that you're going to need something like that. If you're just recording yourself while you walk around, it would be worthwhile looking for something called a monopod. It's like a tripod, but with one leg. If you're holding it with your hand and recording yourself, you need a monopod. So I just looked up portable video camera on Amazon, and there are plenty of viable options. Flip Ultra HD was an old camera I used to use, but they aren't for sale anymore, so they're ridiculously expensive. I believe this one was $150 before they stopped making them. You don't need a spy camera or any of that freaky weird stuff, but something like this could work really well for you. The key is that you need to make sure that it's capable of HD recording. You need high quality video. You're recording something on the tiny screen of your phone and possibly with your face next to it. You don't need a $3,000 camcorder to do that. You just need to make sure that it's HD quality and that it has some form of storage that you can use or is able to be plugged into a computer. So another thing, if you really want to go high end, a GoPro is probably the best thing you could possibly get. These are designed, these are the things that you see on big helmets when people are doing daredevil things and jumping out of planes. A GoPro is what they use. So this is probably the highest end thing you could buy to record video. If you're just doing it yourself, something like this will work just fine. Let's look for monopod and see what we get. See, this is, I believe, this is the one that I have. So it works just fine. You can see it's got a little nub on the end to kind of hold it in place. So once you get your videos done, you're going to put them up on YouTube generally. So when you get them up on YouTube, the way you monetize those is by using something called AdSense. It's made by Google. I've mentioned it in other videos. If you research or do a Google search for Google AdSense, you'll find exactly what you need to sign up for. However, if you're creating videos, every video website, in fact, any website you can put content onto, has an internal search engine as well. So I would recommend taking your videos and putting them up on as many video hosting websites as you can. Dailymotion, Metacafe, Vimeo.com, all of these are viable alternatives to YouTube. So go ahead and get it up there and get your videos up in multiple locations, because the worst thing that happens is you get a few extra views. Google will choose one and rank it in their search engine. However, you're still in the internal search engine. So with something like Pokemon Go, being up on Vimeo just makes sense. So if we look on Vimeo, there are 593 results on Pokemon Go. If we look on YouTube, there are 16 million. So I'd much rather compete with 593 options than 16 million. So if you post all your content on one of these websites, the odds of you becoming the go-to guy on that website for that topic are way higher than YouTube. So keep that in mind. Now, this isn't necessarily video, but these tend to rank really well in Google. SlideShare is somewhere to put up slideshows. So if you're using a slideshow to create a video, excuse me, a slideshow, you can put it on SlideShare. So there's already 1.8 million results. Your slideshow better be pretty good. I actually am friends with this guy. But anyway, SlideShare is somewhere that you can use to get to the top of Google without a lot of work. So where is your video going to go? I wouldn't drive traffic just to YouTube or Vimeo or Dailymotion. You want to set up a blog of your own, and you can set up something on Blogger. Another one is WordPress.com, but what I would recommend is privately hosted WordPress.org, which is the same software from WordPress.com. But what you want to do is you download this and you want it installed on a web host. And if you're going to get hosting, I actually did a bunch of research lately and found this host. Now, they try to sell you something every day, pretty much. And the process to sign up, I paid for a year, was like $25. I ignored all their upsells and everything else because I don't need it. And I'm going to be setting up a website on their host. I cannot vouch for how amazing they are. They claim to be very quick. They claim to be built to use WordPress. So I would recommend them just based on the research that I've done so far. I haven't had any bad things happen, so it's worth a thought. It's worth a look. And that's how you can make money with Pokemon Go using video.